And we go. Hello. Hello, it is Adam. How do you feel? Do you feel uncomfortable, Adam?
Uncomfortable a little bit.
Uncomfortable a little bit. Okay, good for Adam. I played in theater for 2 years, so we had exercise to feel you more comfortable. Let's start with barking. Let's bark and you will feel comfortable. You see, you make your very stupid. Now kiss me. you make yourself feeling very stupid, and then drop that energy. Do it. Hands up. You feel very stupid. You see? Energy is here. People are smiling. You see? Wonderful. Let's also put this on the video that Angie is here. Hello, Angie. Yeah, we're recording. There's the logo. Okay.
Because we were barking, that's why.
Okay. Okay. We just finished 5-kilometer run, a little sprint.
I got cooked in the sprint.
And
by those legs.
Tiny legs. Yeah, we're here just to talk to Adam. That's my third podcast with friends or acquaintances or people that I like. Let's see how it goes. Adam, how do you feel?
Very sweaty, but also, yeah, refreshed, because before the run I felt so sleepy. I didn't feel like running, but now I feel ready for today, my last day in Ho Chi Minh. So
Tomorrow, no?
well, today's Monday, so my last full day, because tomorrow I fly at 12.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, I met Adam 2-3 weeks ago. It was your birthday. You came to my house. Girls brought you to my house. We were playing Katam. We talked a little bit. Then we met again and again and again. And last 3 days we spent together.
Yeah, it's a shame. It's a shame we started actually talking with each other last 3 days.
Yeah.
Before we just argued with Katam.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. And I think you also sit always on the opposite side of the table, so we couldn't really like have those like small talks in between the turns. We were always sitting on the other side.
But okay, so Adam, tell me, who are you? What is your mission? What do you want in this
My
life?
mission. Oh, that's too deep. I'm just 21. I don't know. I'm lost.
Whatever.
Yeah. So my whole life I was doing sports. I tried different sports. I tried tennis. I tried athletics. I tried mini golf. I was the national champion in mini golf. Yeah, and then I eventually started cycling, mainly because my father, I think, was a cyclist, and my grandfather too. But I tried cycling first, even before, but I just didn't like it. So my parents, they didn't push me into it. Then eventually I came back to it, and yeah, spent last 10 years just riding my bike and not doing much else. But I had
10 years.
10 years.
Wow. You're now
Yeah.
21?
21.
Wow.
Well, yeah, I mean, yeah, from age 10 I started competing when I was 10. Like the races with little kids. Like, nothing too serious, but yeah. And
Little racist.
then it turned out to be a little bit too serious. Too much serious, maybe. Like a lot of stress, a lot of pressure and everything. So I did a change, and now I'm here in Asia, lost. Not sure what I'm doing, but
But you're doing great.
yeah, I'm having fun. So
Yeah, I spent like 3 days with you, two whole days. You told me lots of stories.
oh yeah.
So what I know, let's maybe introduce each other. What do we know about each other?
What do I know about you? I know you're from Latvia. I know you are a teacher, a math teacher on an elementary school. I know you are a comedian. I'm not sure comedian.
Really?
No, you're joking all the time.
I did stand up 2 minutes. 1 minute, and after a few months, another minute.
Yeah, but you're doing stand up all the time when we hang out. So I know. Yeah, you into like meditation and spirituality. Very wise person.
I recorded it. I recorded someone said I'm wise.
Yeah. No, you can cut it. It's not. It doesn't fit your personality.
Okay,
You're
shut up.
too clingy.
Continue.
No, you're very
flattering.
Yeah. What else do I know? You've been living here for how many years?
5 years.
5 years.
In Vietnam.
5 years in Vietnam, and you love it, and you want to stay here.
I love it.
What else? I don't know. Yeah, I mean, you live with Guido, and I know your friends now. And yeah,
They're your friends now.
they're my friends now. Yeah, very good friends. I think that's it.
Oh,
Yeah.
super.
I don't
like
know. I know. Oh, wait, I know you did. You said you did bodybuilding.
No, come on. I mean, like, I was working out for 5
Yeah.
years. Not like,
Yeah, I mean,
Let's look at this.
Yeah, you said it like you did bodybuilding, so I know that.
It's
Yeah.
okay, fitness, calisthenic, bodybuilding,
Mm. Yeah,
six pack.
six pack. Yeah.
Anyway, I just came up with we shared. You said, you know my friends, and then I said, now they are your friends, and friendship is like something you can share, but you don't lose it. So wise. I mean, if I share matcha, I lose my matcha.
Yeah. And if you also share my matcha, I taste your liquids from your mouth.
Don't tell me you don't
I
know.
have my matcha. So
Okay, what I know about Adam. Adam.
Yeah. What do you know?
Adam is from Czech Republic, Czechia, Slovakia. Slavic, yeah, Slavic power. Yeah, proto-Slavic. So, Adam, you're 21, you're from Czech Republic, you study AI.
I study AI.
You know more than average person about AI.
Yeah, not that much more, but yeah, I know more. I guess.
You're a professional cyclist, you play sport.
Not anymore. I used to be.
Okay, please. Just accept my gifts.
Okay.
Accept my gifts. Learn how to accept gifts. You are you used to be professional, semi-professional, professional cyclist. You play pickleball well. Shut up, Don. Yeah, I know what you want. Not really that well. What else? You're a nice guy. It's fun to hang out with you.
Oh wow.
Let's see, where did you go?
She left.
What else? Let me think. You're also diving deep into spirituality now.
Oh no.
I mean,
wouldn't say
you're
deep.
star, right?
I wouldn't say deep.
told you accept gifts.
I was just scratching the surface.
But that's how it starts.
Yeah, yeah. So
Okay.
that's not deep yet.
You're start to approach it.
Yes.
You've been. Where did you meditate? You said
You went? I went.
you went somewhere. You had this meditation experience in a temple. Where was it?
Oh, that was in China. It was
Oh.
in Shangri-La in Yunnan province of China.
Okay.
Yeah,
I know China.
it wasn't a meditation experience, but it was where I stayed in the Tibetan temple inside the like UNESCO site, and then I woke up in the morning, and I went to the temples, and there was no tourists, no one, just the monks and me. So I was just like observing everything that was happening there. So it was very, yeah, powerful.
Okay, let me try to remember earlier. You study in online university. You study AI, just it's called AI. You use AI. I know that on your phone you don't have social medias. You have some app that connects so you can have messages, DMs.
Yes.
Very
Beeper.
smart. Yeah, because you're addicted to social media.
I'm very addicted.
You try to remove them in different ways. You play Catan. Yesterday you got second place? Third place in Catan tournament in Saigon. Amazing. I played 3 games, I lost all of them, and my brain was like, "Ugh." What else?
But you played against the champion, no?
I played against good guy.
Against the guy who won.
Yeah. Then.
And
Okay. What else? Okay. Then the question I remember I told you yesterday, question that I will ask you today is everybody wants to share something. We usually watch, there are lots of podcasts about famous people or people that achieve something big in life. I don't know, Simon Sinek, or CEO of Google, Bill Gates, and all big titan guys in this world. But people like us also want to share something. They have things to share. They want to be heard. They want to teach others maybe. They want to tell about their life or about thoughts they have. Anything. And I hope to give this opportunity to people on this channel, in this podcast. So Adam, what is something you want to share? Interesting thing, I hear how my voice is different. I'm like MC. So like my voice is different from when camera is off. That's very interesting for me.
I can't hear it.
Yeah. Okay. I hear my voice often.
Yeah, I don't like to listen to my voice.
So yeah, what
Well,
is something you want to share? What's something
Well-
you want people to know about you or about anything?
Well, I'm not a Bill Gates or anyone in this caliber, but I mean, yeah, obviously it doesn't matter. But I don't know, like, I'm in such a interesting time of my life, I think, because everything changed drastically. Like last 3 months or like last 4 months, I went from this very routine lifestyle, like training every day, watching my diet, focusing on recovery, just like, yeah, very like strict. Everything was very strict. Everything was so planned. To suddenly backpacking Southeast Asia and Asia in general, with like not planning at all. Like tomorrow I'm leaving to Hanoi and I still don't have a place to sleep. So like, but it's not a big deal because I can just book anything even at the time I arrive there.
Yeah.
So everything is very, yeah, very random.
I do like it.
Yeah, I like it. Yeah, and what's also random is meeting people, and I joked yesterday when we had the smoothie that, oh yeah, I had too much social contact, I had too many people, and so I said, oh yeah, you can just be alone in Hanoi. But that's what I thought even when I traveled in the past, that I can just push a little bit more here, be very social, enjoy the time here with people, and I will just not be social at the next place. No, you will. I think it's so easy to meet people when you travel, if you're just a little bit open, and you just keep meeting people. So like past 2.5 months in Asia, I basically spent zero time alone, even though I'm a solo traveler. I always meet people, I always talk to people, and so I think that's the one thing I could share. I mean, I already told you yesterday. Like, I don't know if it's whose quote is it, if I read it somewhere, if I saw it somewhere, or if it's just like a mix of ideas that I captured somewhere and I made it in my head. But it's that in every single moment you're just one conversation away from something incredible, which sounds very woke, but I mean, yeah, like it proved. Like I could see this so many times in my life past 2.5 months, or even before when I solo traveled. I solo traveled China before and Cambodia, so like just like even this now, the fact that we sitting here, we sit here because I just asked V and Angie and Christina, our friends, how many days? Like 7 weeks ago in this park. I was about to join a run club, not the same run club that they're going to, and I was there early because I still didn't know that here in Vietnam, if you come 15 minutes early, no one is there. So I was there too early, and then suddenly I see 3 people coming. So I'm like, oh, finally someone is coming. So I asked them if they're there for the run club. They were not there for the run club, but they invited me to run with them, and because of this one small conversation, very quick conversation, I met Vadim, I met the whole friend group. I don't know how many people were here yesterday, like 8 people, 9 people drinking smoothie on the street. So like so many people, so many amazing experiences, so many hours of pickleball and running and Katam, so many arguments in Katam over brick or whatever. So like so many experiences. Like when I look at the total amount of hours we spent together, I don't know how many hours, maybe 30, 40 hours, like with all the friends together, all just because this one 2-minute conversation in the park, because I approached them and asked them if they're from the run club. I could have just like sat there and waited for more people, because the run club was for sure coming, I could just wait there, sit there till everyone comes and not start any conversations, and then I'll probably not meet you, we would not record this.
Yeah.
So
But
like,
you would do something else?
yeah, I would do something else that would be also very nice. I would meet someone else and I would do any other activities, but like just starting a conversation with random people, that's how I experience so much. Like meeting the Cambodian Prime Minister I told you yesterday.
Yeah, so tell about this story.
So it was my first ever solo trip. Yeah, solo trip in Asia. I mean, I did some like solo. It wasn't really solo traveling, but like in Europe, I traveled solo for races. But this is like the first ever big trip. So I went to Cambodia. I was actually English teacher there, a volunteer. Yeah, but it was mostly playing with the kids, and I was 19, so it was like 2 years ago. But I'm talking about like it was ages ago, but yeah, it was 2
okay.
years ago. Yeah. So I went to Cambodia. I was teaching for 3 weeks, but only 4 days per week. And I think it was after the first week. So after the first 4 days of teaching, I went to this island, Korong. It's like in the south of Cambodia, and as like a trip. And I met 2 guys from Canada there, and I met them because I started talking to a guy from Israel, and then me and the guy from Israel, we agreed to go for a waterfall, like rent a motorbike and go to see a waterfall. And suddenly other people joined, and it was a group of like 12 people maybe, and it was like my first ever like backpacking experience. I was like, whoa, like people actually like meet together, do stuff together so easily here. It's and I was still very introverted. I used to be very introverted, I'm not anymore. So it was like, whoa, it was exciting, but also a little bit scared because there was so many new people. And so from this group, I started talking to these 2 Canadian guys, a bit more than to the rest. And they were they were reading a lot, and it was the time when I started like reading a more like non-fiction books and
Self-help.
Yeah, self-help books, and they were really into it too. They were 27 and 28, I think, and they were both very successful in real estate business in Dubai. I think they were helping Canadians and like Canadian businessmen to move to Dubai and buy property there, and like set up everything in Dubai. So I met them there. I talked with them for 2 days, and then they're like, "Oh, do you want to join us for a boxing match? Our best friend is a professional like I don't think it was Thai box. It was like the Cambodian version of Thai box or Muay Thai or something very similar to Thai box, I think, or Muay Thai. I'm not sure. I'm not too much into those sports, so yeah. So something like that, and it was in the capital city of Phnom Penh. So it's like, yeah, he's there. He's like a big fighter. He's the champion of Myanmar, the champion of something Canada, I think. Because he was half from Canada, half from Myanmar, their friend. And he was also on like a Joe Rogan podcast and like on those, yeah, like a very famous guy. I think he has like 500,000 followers on Instagram. Yeah. So I joined those 2 guys, and we went to Phnom Penh to this boxing match. But first I went to the school to like put my backpack there and change clothes after the island trip. But then I almost couldn't get to the place because it was so crowded. There were so many people. I think later
also came to the boxing match.
The boxing match. Later I read somewhere it was like 40 to 50,000 people on the spot. It was like a huge empty space, like a park. And just full of people. People were climbing the trees so they could see the ring.
So fight was in the park, at the park.
Oh, like a big empty place, and there were like trees around it, like a huge empty place.
Okay.
Empty spot. So and then there was the boxing match. So it was so hard for me to get inside, but I didn't have a ticket. So they were like, oh, that's fine. You don't have to need to ticket anything. So then I was there, around and there were barriers and police officers controlling everything. But because there were so many people, there was no service. Once there are so many people on the one spot, there's no service, so I couldn't call them, I couldn't text them, and I was like, shit. So I'm here in this madness. I don't know where my friends are, but I suddenly out of nowhere I saw them like somewhere in the crowd. So I just screamed at them, and they found me. But they also had troubles to get inside. They were already in like there were like multiple zones, so they were in the ticket zone, but they wanted to get to the VIP zone because. Yeah, I mean, their best friend is fighting there. So eventually they just kept showing like picture of them and the guy that has because it was a main fight. The guy that has a main fight to the police officer, and they let us in. So we managed to get to the VIP zone, and we were the only white people there, and it was basically just Cambodian celebrities, like YouTubers. Right next to me, like you sitting me, there was a Cambodian podcaster. But I'm actually still in touch with him. And when I go to Cambodia, he wants to record podcasts too. So there was like a Cambodian podcaster and then other influencers and then other like actors, singers, other what I mean I just noticed because the people told me. Obviously I don't know any Cambodian celebrities. And then there were also politicians and there was the prime minister and for like a very short time there was also a king. And when the prime minister came to the VIP zone, he was like passing, I don't know, 1 meter away from us and he saw us there. He was like, oh, these guys, what are these doing here? I didn't expect them there. So he just like
Wow.
we like say hi to each other like this way, and I was like, oh shit, that's.
Did you shake his hand?
No, not hand. They don't. I don't think they shake hands. Or maybe, I mean, probably he doesn't shake hands with us. But still, I still take this as a, yeah, as a nice gesture. So, and then for the rest of the evening, the rest of the night, we just enjoyed the matches. It was my first ever like boxing match or like fighting match ever.
Who won?
Yeah, the Canadian guy won. It was 8 matches. It was always a Cambodian boxer against a foreigner. Yeah, and all of them were won by Cambodians. And I was like, shit, no way, this is rigged. I was like, no way, no way. But then the Canadian guy in the final won.
Oh,
Yeah, and like I was right next to the boxing ring the whole time. And for the final match, I was in the corner. So it was like me, the 2 Canadian guys, then like 2 coaches, I think, and we were like a little bit behind, but like in the corner, listening to everything. Yeah, it was very wild experience.
Okay.
And it was all because, yeah, I mean, I talked with this guy from Israel. We decided to go on the motorbikes, and suddenly then when we met up, there were many people, and they were like, oh yeah, these people want to join too. And that's just how it all, yeah.
when you said, what's the quote? You're always one conversation away from
Something incredible.
something incredible.
Yeah.
You told me the story that you were at the coffee shop and the lady asked you, oh, are you drinking coffee?
Oh yeah, that one.
I
Yeah.
mean, in Vietnam, everybody drinks coffee. Everybody, like animals and kids, everybody drinks coffee here. It's so popular, and like, why the hell someone would ask, are you drinking coffee? Because it's like,
No,
Are you
she
reading?
was like, what coffee is it? And it was
okay, I mean,
it was salt coffee.
it's just interesting. She's Vietnamese?
No, she's Singaporean.
Singaporean. Okay, just ask. So,
Yeah.
and what was next?
Yeah,
Who is she? What?
no, I was like, oh, what coffee is it? Is it good? And I was like, yeah, salt coffee, it's good. You should try it. And then she was, oh, okay, thank you. Where you from? And then I said, I'm from Czech Republic. And then I asked, where they're from? They're from Singapore. I was like, oh, wow, Singapore. And then we just carried the conversation. It was like a small talk for a little bit, but then I mentioned that I study AI, and the guy, he works for like a Singaporean government or institution that helps to like, yeah, recruit people to Singapore, like highly educated or like qualified people to Singapore, because they really, yeah, push towards innovation, because that's the thing they can do there, because it's such a small country, right? They can't really build any factories or have any other like big industries. So, and he said, yeah, I should come to Singapore and try interview with one of the big AI companies there, or one of the AI companies, and try an internship or something. So, yeah.
And you will go there.
I will go there.
You're planning.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I mean, my plan changes all the
Yeah.
time, but now the plan looks like I won't go there till October probably. Yeah. So like around autumn, maybe end of the year, I will go there and try, because I also still I don't feel confident enough to like start an internship. I don't think I know enough. Obviously,
Okay.
yeah.
Now it's your second year in university, right?
No, second semester.
Second semester, first year.
First year.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you're about to end. Yeah.
Yeah.
Soon.
First year. Yeah.
Then you have like summer holidays, and then I don't know
Yeah,
how,
I mean,
how it happens in your life.
it doesn't necessarily have to be holidays, because, yeah, like since like I can take it in the pace I want to, so I'm taking one course at a time, not like all subjects at the same time and then exams in the end. I can just spread it across the 6 months period. So I'm fine with not having holidays and just like keep studying. So with the advantage to have like an easier pace, that I don't have to stress too much. So I'm fine with it.
When I like the way you study. Yesterday you shared how you use ChatGPT to study. So maybe it will be also
so I
helpful
have
for somebody.
I have multiple ways. So when I start a subject, I first upload because I have like a script, like a PDF file. So it's like a 200 pages PDF file. I upload it to a Notebook LM, which is a tool from Google. So I upload the document there, and it basically can generate different materials based on the data, based on the information in the document. So it can generate mind maps, which is like, yeah, like what topics are in the material and how they are connected into chapters. So you can like nicely visually see, like what you're actually studying, and then it can generate a podcast based on the PDF, which is like the craziest thing I think. So it's like two people talking with each other about the materials you gave to the AI. So I just used it for my computer vision exam. So it was exam about how computers process images and how they extract information from images. So these two people were talking about it, and then you can also join the conversation. So it's interactive. So that's like, you can imagine like three people, like two podcasters talking with each other, and you just a spectator watching. But you can raise your hand anytime and ask them about the topic to explain it more deeply.
Wow.
And it just uses the large language model technique to, yeah, explain you everything, and then they just continue with the podcast again.
It's audio, right?
Audio, yeah, yeah. So you can use that, and then you can also generate quizzes, or any other. There's more, like any other summaries, but that's also what ChatGPT can do. So this is like the first phase where I just have like a general understanding of what I'm studying, to have like to do like the, I don't know, to maybe learn the first 40-50%, and then I use Speechify, which is a tool that reads you out loud your PDF documents or your audiobook, your ebooks, for example, like any document you put inside. So I put the PDF there, and because I also have troubles with reading sometimes, my eye just jumps from line to line. So I think this is the main reason why Speechify was created, for people that have troubles with reading. So I put my PDF file there, and it reads and it guides my eye. So I'm like reading and listening to the same time, which is already very effective. And then before I start doing that, I open a ChatGPT on the same laptop, on the same device. And then important thing is to not have headphones, because so then like these two apps, they can listen to each other. So I start voice mode on ChatGPT, and I say, I'm gonna read you from my course book. It's very information heavy, so please like dissolve those information, explain the informations more easily, because I just want to study for my exam and those topics are very complicated. So just help me to understand it better. I like something like that, like any type of like basic prompt, and the model or like ChatGPT will just, oh, okay, yeah, sure, like start when you're ready, and then you have to keep the voice mode on, and then just start play the Speechify, and it reads you and you reads with it, and ChatGPT just keeps listening, and then you stop the Speechify, and then like ChatGPT just start like explaining you in easy terms what was said, and then you can start discussion. So usually when I just, there's like I usually use it for like one paragraph, nothing too long, or like one idea, and then ChatGPT explains it to me easily, and I'm like, oh, okay, so this works this way, is it right? And it either confirms me, or it's like, oh, not quite, maybe like look at it this way, and it's really like having a private tutor.
Cool.
So this way I can study the rest of the other 50%, like, so I can really have like a full understanding. So first I understand what topics I have to study, what topics are in the course, and then I just dive into those topics and the individual ideas, concepts of each chapter deeply by talking to those AIs. And this is the only way how I study. Like, I don't really like just read the scripts anymore, because this is just so much more effective and more fun as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm curious, is it possible to learn languages?
Yeah, I'm trying that now with Chinese, but it's, I mean, you can definitely do that, but the thing is, with Chinese, sometimes the pronunciation isn't too good.
Yeah. Same with Vietnamese. I'm curious how ChatGPT is good at, because people use for sure ChatGPT in Vietnamese.
Mm-hmm.
So,
but it's getting better and better, because I tried this with Chinese maybe like a few months ago, and it was really bad. It was like, I mean, my Chinese isn't good at all, but I could still hear it. It's like Chinese with American accent.
Your change or
No, no, like the ChatGPT
Ah.
pronunciation. But now I tried it a few days ago and it's
way better?
way better. Yeah, way better.
Oh.
So I think now it's good enough for me, for sure. To
I mean,
study.
you use the same that
For my level.
voice. There's like
The advanced voice mode.
yeah, blue
Yeah.
cloud something moves
Yeah.
and speaks.
Yes.
I like it. I like talk with
Yeah.
that sometimes.
Yeah, just that. Yeah, if you want to take this more seriously and actually like use it daily on learning the language, you need a premium because
Mhm.
I think with the free version you have only a few minutes of voice mode per day or something per week.
Okay.
Yeah.
How do you feel? We speak already for 30 minutes. Wow.
30 minutes.
Let me check what is the battery
Oh
level.
wow. But the first few minutes is just barking.
54%.
54%.
Yeah,
Okay.
54%. We have like two more hours on this SD card. How do you feel to talking to camera? Is it your first time you talk to camera like that, or
Yeah, I mean, I told you before. I have this like video journal where I sometimes talk to the camera. It's mainly for documenting my life. I'm not posting it anywhere. It's just for me, and it feels awkward even though that I know I will never post it. But today it's better now.
Yeah.
I'm not sure if it's if it's the barking, but
you can bark more if you want?
No, no,
You want? Ah, no.
I think I'm good. It's fine. Yeah. So. How do you feel?
I enjoy that we ran.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't get enough of sleep.
Oh, me neither.
Almost 7 hours maybe. But I'm glad we did it. Energized me more than coffee, and now I don't drink coffee. I feel relaxed.
Still, maybe the sauna from yesterday.
I even forgot.
Yeah.
You feel relaxed, but yeah, I want to give you more place, more space to talk, to share.
Mm.
So I'm thinking what else to ask you.
Yeah.
We talk all the time.
Yeah. I know, right? We talk past 3 days all the time.
Mhm.
I don't know what I want to share.
Oh, you can share about your. So tomorrow you're leaving to Hanoi,
Yes.
and your whole traveling.
Oh, my
this is-
travel. Yeah, this will be nice to reflect on if I actually manage
Okay,
to do
yeah.
all of it. So my plan is to go to Hanoi tomorrow, and I'll have about 2 weeks. I think 2 weeks on the tomorrow is 22nd, right?
22nd
22nd April
April 2025.
2025, and I fly from Hanoi to Hong Kong on the 7th of May. So I have about 2 weeks, or like a little bit more than 2 weeks in the north of Vietnam to travel the north, like Sapa. I'm thinking about doing the Ha Giang loop on the motorbikes. Not sure. We'll see. Christina said Ninh Binh is nice.
Yeah, I've been there.
Yeah. So.
Kazan loop I want to do.
Mm,
Okay.
so I'll do that, and then I fly to Hong Kong, and I see my friend that I actually met here in Ho Chi Minh. We met in a hostel. He's from the US, and yeah, we just started talking in a dorm, just very random conversation, and then we ended up, I think, yeah, just spending 7 days together here. I think, yeah, a long time. And he's in Hong Kong traveling, and his family is visiting him because he's been traveling for I think 8 months now, backpacking. So he said, "Oh, that I can join them." So I will stay a few days there with him and his family, and also then I will stay with my friend, my Chinese friend, at her apartment because she lives in Hong Kong. So I will stay there for 5 days, and then I fly to Nepal, where I'll do the Everest base camp hike. And yeah, I mean, I want to do it a little bit more special way because Everest base camp is, yeah, it's not hard. It's not that hard. At least
It's
from
not the Everest top.
No,
We
it's just
talked
no.
about-
It's,
I thought it's
Everest top is like what 8,800 meters. This is 5,400.
still. This will be the highest
Yeah.
point for you.
Yeah.
Before you did something, you said 4,000.
4,700 in China. Yeah. So this is 5,400, but you also pass a moment that I think it's 5,800 on the way there, like a different pass. So I'll do that, and I won't use any flights. I'll just go by car or by a bus to like a city that's as far as you can, as far as there are roads, and then I will have to hike. I think 4 or 5 more days than the normal hike, so it will be around 16, 17 days, maybe
Wow.
20, depend how fast I go, because I think the base hike is maybe 120 kilometers.
So you won't be there alone, yeah? There'll be other people, or you don't know.
Oh well, I will go alone, but there will be for sure other people because there are two seasons for Everest Base Camp or for like hiking in Nepal in general, I think, and one is from like end of March to end of May. That's this
Now.
one, and then the other one is like October, maybe beginning of November. Yeah. So like there for sure like on the main hike there for sure will be people. Like I heard that it's like a highway there, like it's many people, but we'll see. Yeah. So I'll do that. So like those like 16, 17, whatever days of hiking, and then I go back down to Kathmandu. Depends how much time I have. I'll probably just chill there, or maybe do like a shorter hike somewhere else. Depends how much energy I have as well. And then I fly to India, and I'll spend about 2-3 weeks in India. I want to visit the, I don't know, I forgot the name of the city, but it's in the northwest. There's a city where the Dalai Lama lives, and like the Tibetan,
Still? Now?
yeah,
Very
and like the Tibetan center of, I think it's still there, yeah. Like all the Tibetans that escaped China, I think, and Tibet, they are saturated there. And then from India, I'll cross borders to Pakistan for like 1 or 2 weeks, just to have like a very different experience, I guess. And yeah, I don't really have a plans for like specific places to see there.
Tell us about the border between
Oh yeah,
Pakistan and India, you said.
yeah. So there is like a colosseum kind of structure, and it's cut by half by the border, and apparently every day there's like a ritual or like a opening and closing of the border ceremony, and so many people gather there, and there are like the soldiers of India and Pakistan. I mean, those countries, they hate each other so much, right? But they do like a ceremony there, like a fake fighting, whatever. I haven't.
No, if you saw this is not fake.
Oh, this is not fake.
No, if you show this and say fake, then it's opposite.
Oh, okay.
And you
Okay.
lower your.
Oh, okay.
fist and
It's
say,
double negative.
Yeah, yeah, it's like
Okay,
fake fighting.
So fake fighting. Okay. Yeah, hopefully fake fighting, and yeah, it's just like a show, I think, for tourists or for. I mean, I don't think there are that many tourists crossing the border, but
You don't know?
yeah, we'll see. So there's this bizarre show, and then I'll hopefully cross the border to Pakistan, visit some nice mosques, or I don't know what is there. Yeah, I don't. It's too far ahead, so I don't plan. I don't even know. Yeah, as I said, I don't even know where I'll stay tomorrow. So yeah.
No,
So
and then you fly to.
and then I no, first then I cross back to India
Mhm.
because flying from Pakistan is very expensive, very complicated. You have to fly to like do a loop around the world basically to fly somewhere else. So then I fly from Delhi to Kazakhstan, and then I think immediately I cross border to Kyrgyzstan, and I meet the friend that I met here in Ho Chi Minh, and I will meet in Hong Kong again, and we will travel Kyrgyzstan and Kazakhstan together. And then when I'm there already, I wanna do as well Uzbekistan and Tajikistan. So I'm not sure if he joins me, but at least those two countries I will do with him, and maybe the 2 other I will do alone. And after that, it's very cheap to fly from me back home to Czech Republic. So I'll go back home, see my family, train for half a marathon
Oh yeah.
in Kuala Lumpur in October that I would like to do, and see you guys again. Like my
So in October, November.
yeah, October. I think I'll fly maybe October straight to the marathon or half marathon, and then after that I might spend a few months here in Ho Chi Minh. So.
What about interview in Singapore?
Oh yeah.
At the end of the
yeah,
year?
yeah. I might connect it with Malaysia actually because it's very close. So Kuala Lumpur. So before flying to Vietnam, I might just do Kuala Lumpur to Singapore, try the interview there, and depends how it goes. But probably still go to Vietnam after that from Singapore.
And while doing all this stuff, another thing you're selling Pokemon cards,
Yeah, I mean,
reselling. Like
yeah.
what?
I did that, and I mean last batch of cards I sold was already like 4 weeks ago. So not not much past weeks because I was just so busy running and running and playing pickleball here, so I didn't sell much here. But it's also complicated. But yeah, I collect for myself a lot. So I found out that there are some nice cards in China that people would like in Europe because they are so expensive in English and very cheap in Chinese, and people mostly collect it for the art. So you can get the same art for a fraction of the price.
And resell it. Wow.
Yeah.
That's so interesting.
All right. More matcha.
Ah.
Oh, you run out of matcha.
I always drink fast.
You have to talk now. I have matcha. It's my drinking time now.
I stopped drinking.
What's your plan for next year?
And I have one idea only. No life plans actually. I never had future plans.
Mm-hmm.
Not marriage, no marriage, no career plans. And I felt before like, oh my God, something is wrong. I don't have plan. Now I'm like, I'm okay. There are things I want to do. Like I want to get bachelor in education, few certificates to get better job.
You want to do it here in Vietnam?
Yeah, online.
Online.
Yeah, because I love my life in Vietnam. I love my friends in Vietnam, the lifestyle, food, weather. In Saigon. I lived only in Saigon. I traveled to other cities, but I lived only in Saigon. And
Have you ever tried backpacking around Asia? Because since you live in Asia, it's very easy for you to do it, no?
do you mean backpacking means something for a long time, or like?
Oh no, backpacking means just you have like a small backpack, not a big suitcase, and you like usually travel through hostels and
No, never.
like those like backpacking routes. Like there's like this one in Southeast Asia. You can it depends like from which side you do, but it's basically all those like from Vietnam to Laos, Cambodia, Thailand, Indonesia, Malaysia, Indonesia. Like this is like the route that many people do. Philippines, someone does Philippines, someone does Taiwan with it. It varies, but like all of those countries are full of backpackers. Like just small backpack, low budget traveling, staying in hostels, hanging out with other people that do the same. It also involves a lot of drinking usually, but yeah.
I never did it, but it sounds fun. I would love to do it.
Yeah.
Maybe in the summer we're going back, Vido and me and his girlfriend, we're going back to Latvia for summer. I'll stay there for 2 months. It's after 5 years in Vietnam. I'm coming back to Europe.
Is it the longest time since the time you moved here outside of Vietnam?
Sorry?
Is it like the longest period of time outside of Vietnam
Yeah.
since the time you moved here?
Yeah. Maybe the longest I've been for 3 weeks. I was in Malaysia last year in August. 2 or 3 weeks I've been there. Yeah, for 2 months. I will see my family, maybe some friends. I want to see just my hometown. I want to walk in my hometown.
Are you still in touch with your friends in Latvia?
With some, sometimes we drop memes, share some reels, messages, old jokes. Yeah, interesting to see. I'll spend their time there, and I don't know what we'll do. We haven't planned yet. Maybe we'll backpack. Maybe we'll just sit because Guido has big area. There are things to do. Maybe just like chill.
Maybe like a road trip around Scandinavia. That's what my friends try to convince me to do it.
Bicycle.
No, just like in a car. He loves.
Gas is expensive in Europe. I heard.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, compared to here, of course, yeah.
I will go somewhere low budget. And then I need to save money to when I
Then
come
not
back.
Scandinavia, probably.
Let's see.
Yeah.
No plans yet. We haven't planned yet. We will buy tickets this week, I think. And then we will see. Yeah. Now I'm only, I think about starting studying next year. I guess I'll come back from Latvia. Then I need to find apartment here, continue my job, save money, start getting degree.
So
And,
start studying in like the winter semesters, like October.
I don't know. I don't know how it works, but I found few universities where it's within a year,
In a year.
In a year, you can get I don't know.
bachelor's?
Yeah. there's a university where you like
Yeah.
you choose your own pace how you study. You just go, and yeah, it sounds like what in a year online only 2,000
I don't
bucks.
know.
I don't know, but
Yeah.
I googled they are how we call it. They're legit accredited, so they're
Mhm.
yeah. I met people who work here in international schools, and sometimes they don't have bachelor in education, but like in management or in marketing, and their school asked them to get bachelor, and they show them where you can get like, oh, you can get online here. It's a legit one. We need this. So
This is one of them.
I consider because I was playing pickleball with a guy, and he said that his school asked him to take it. They show where you can get that bachelor within a year, 2,000 bucks. Okay.
Yeah, I mean that's nice. Sounds good.
Yeah, because I love teaching. I love to work with kids, with people, especially kids, because they're like you can dance, you can be silly. They love you. They still study because they want to play games, and if they want to play games, they need to speak English. So they learn. They start to feel comfortable. Because I teach in public schools, and I see that Vietnamese teachers are strict. They hit students, they yell on students. If students don't understand something, they can stand next to them and yell at them like, "This is apple. Looking, this is not orange." And like, oh my gosh,
Yeah,
chill.
that's crazy. Yeah. So then they also like him. Do you see that they like you better because you're nicer to them?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
They see that it's safe. I come to class on Tuesdays. I have grade 2, grade 1. I come to class. They yell. Ah! They run. They hug me. They take my laptop. They bring it to the table. They show me like where to sit. The teacher, please sit. They give me a massage. They kiss my hand sometimes. They bring me small toys. I don't know. We exchange little toys. Like I get some toys from one class.
What are the trendy toys now?
Capybara.
Capybara.
Capybara, McDonald's, and no capybara. Small turtles now, very small. The plastic toys.
I don't know what's wrong with capybaras. Or like, no, not wrong, but like what happened with capybaras? Like so many people are obsessed with capybaras.
Yeah, it's like funny animal, always chill.
Yeah.
It looks cute, chubby, chunky. It's just cool.
It was just yesterday when we were driving from the smoothie place. There was a little girl on a scooter with her mom and dad, and she had like 3 or 4 capybara toys in her hands, like full hands of capybara toys. I was like, okay.
Capybaras, happy tree.
Happy tree. What's
Happy
that?
tree. That's a Chinese, you know, like a labubu. Have you seen labubu? You're not there. I know all TikTok trends. I don't sit on TikTok, but I know everything. I know Sigma boy, chill guy. I don't
Skibidi
know.
toilet.
Skibidi toilet, of course. What else there? Chicken, banana, some this. I dance with my students.
Yeah, already in
Okay.
Cambodia, one of my students there, he had like a small toilet, and the whole 3 weeks that I was teaching him, he just kept singing the skibidi song with the toilet, like skibidi dibidi. And I just had to like always take the toilet away from him, and then give it after class to him. It was like made out of Lego. He probably made it himself, which is cool, but like a small toilet. Yeah, I don't just why. Yeah.
Yeah. Cool job. I don't know. No, I used to think because I heard that that people here don't really like teachers because foreigners come, they get high salary. Often they don't have any degrees or documents. It's like not cool job. And I had on dating apps on like people like girls, what teacher? Bye bye. And I kind of struggle with that, but then fuck that shit.
Then you deleted it from your bio, and now you don't scroll.
No, and then now I write it, and I even put pictures of me with students. So I want to, because I love my job, and I don't want to like, oh my god, what if she won't like me? Because how many jobs are there where, like, first of all, I love my job, but how many jobs are there when you come and people are happy to see you? I talk to people and they're like, oh my god, Monday is, oh, we need to continue what was on Friday, and then there's a competition, hierarchy, and people work because they want to get benefit. They don't care about others. And when you're stressed, like I have zero stress at job.
Yeah, that's cool. That's a luxury.
That's so healthy.
Yeah.
That's amazing job. Maybe in my mind, I met also teachers who don't like their job, or maybe I'm lucky.
You probably remember teachers like from when you were in school. Like
Oh, yeah.
there were many teachers that didn't like the job, and then there were amazing teachers too. It's always
I think because
equally distributed.
they take life too serious. They want everything to be strict like this. I have 50 kids in each class.
50.
50. Yeah.
Oh my god, how big is the class? Is it bigger? I don't know.
I don't know how to. I don't
Compare it, yeah, but it must be big. 50,
Yeah.
50 is well.
Yeah, 40 to 50 students. There's a chaos. Yeah, they yell, but you need to entertain them, engage, dance, turn on cartoons. Just take away stars because I have star system. I give them stars for they compete with each other.
Oh,
It's
okay.
fun. They win. Okay.
In Cambodia, I had 15 students. 15 to 20. Yeah, and it was already a mess.
Yeah.
Yeah, but also I guess it's different on an elementary school and on a high school. Like being a teacher on an elementary school or high school, right?
Elementary.
Because
Middle school. Yeah.
Oh, high school is more serious. Like when you teach kids that are like 15, 16.
I was teaching in high school a few years ago. They're still
Yeah?
naughty. A lot of kids, and they want to have fun. They troll you. But you can become friendly. I mean, for me, easier.
Yeah, once you become friends with them, it's probably easy.
Next year, I want to try middle school. Let's see how it works because I don't really like them. I really love kids because you can be silly with them, and I like high school because it feels like they are not that serious. But I was teaching in English centers teenagers, like from 12 to 16, 17. So it's not high school, middle school, and they are not kids anymore, but they're not adults because they take things seriously, and it's not always fun.
Yeah.
So that's why I'm a little bit afraid because like, oh my god, what if I won't be fun? What if they won't like me? And then like, okay, yeah, I'm afraid.
What if they
try.
think that you will? What if they think that you're cringe?
Maybe. That's why I want to try.
Is that your fear? No.
I'm just afraid that I won't find connection, or they will. Yeah, I'm afraid that people will think I'm not cool teacher. That's why, because I'm afraid I want to try that for sure. In my head, everything is so scary, but in real life, they still love memes.
They love memes. Yeah, put memes into your presentations.
Yeah,
They will love it.
Nobody wants to read a book. Oh, they're interesting that there are classes that like they want to study, more like nothing fun. They just want basic lesson. Okay, let's see.
You can try using AI voice mode. Engage them with it.
I can use accents.
Accents.
I have a friend, Michael. He teaches and he uses different accents, like German accent, like old man accent. So he teaches.
Oh, like he himself.
Yeah.
Oh,
He
okay.
teaches physics in high school.
Oh, so he like comes into class and today, kids, we have a German accent, and he starts just talking with a German accent the whole class.
He gives them choice.
Oh,
Sometimes, so like maybe what he told me, if I remember, there's a presentation or something, so he gives them choice of, or like he does spinning wheel, and he puts accents, so he entertains. Yeah,
and then he like speaks the whole class with the accent.
yeah.
Oh my God.
He's into improv as well.
Where is he from?
Israel.
Israel. Wow.
Cool guy.
So what accents can he do?
In Ayu or him?
Him.
I know German. He can do nerdy accents. He can do Russian accents. Of course, Indian accent.
Indian accent.
Quantum. Now it's quantum.
Yeah. Which one can you do?
I think, of course, I can make heavy Russian, heavy Slavic accent because Russian is my mother tongue. I think I can also do a little bit of Indian. I like to make jokes about that. Sometimes. What others? No, I don't know. Actually,
Yeah.
maybe some for fun, or like I like to use a demon voice.
Demon voice.
Oh yeah, or like when I speak in the class and one student is noisy and I'm like, what are you doing, little kid? And like I'm walking like a robot with loud steps. And everybody's laughing and they're singing like they understand the joke. Sometimes no, sometimes students like
Yeah.
freak out. Like, "Ah." Okay, then I need to stop.
I mean, if they
Then
are, how old are they?
There's a grade 1 is 7 years
Oh,
old,
okay.
and grade 5 is 7 plus 5 is like 12, 11, 12 years old.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, these are cool.
No, I mean you can. Yeah, when you're 6, you can be scared when there's a tall guy walking towards you and with this voice.
When you throw some Vietnamese words and they're like, oh, teacher speaks Vietnamese, teacher speaks Vietnamese.
When you said throw Vietnamese words, I immediately imagined because throw. Like I had a teacher and she was throwing keys. She had like this.
Keys.
Yeah, she has like I don't know how you call it this like but bunch of keys. And when someone was not paying attention or was like talking to someone, she was like throwing those keys. But she was nice, but I was like, okay, this is too much, because like it weighs I don't know how much, like half a kilo maybe, and if you throw it across the whole class, you have to like, give it a certain power, right? So if that hits you, that's yeah.
What the heck?
Yeah, so she was throwing keys. So everyone is scared to, yeah, to not listen to her because she would throw keys at you. Yeah. Slavic teacher. Yeah. No more words.
But it's also okay.
Yeah.
How do you feel if there's silence? Are you okay with silence in
No, I think.
you're with a girl
Oh
and
my God.
suddenly there's silence.
Okay.
Oh my god, you're boring, Adam.
Oh,
Oh,
cut-
yes. You need to cut,
Cut
like
myself.
this, yeah.
Like this?
Yeah,
Okay. Not yeah. No, I don't like silence.
You don't like silence? Let's take a silent moment for Adam.
Am I dying?
We have 6%. Battery 6%, 57 minutes.
16.
16?
16.
Okay. We can keep silent a little bit more.
We can still yap. So like, since you speak English to the kids, is it like are all classes in English?
Yeah, all in English.
All in English.
I mean, I have one 5th grade class or 2 where there are maybe 5, 7 students that speak English. So the rest in our 40 students, they know just few words.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's not like, yeah, I know maybe 5 to 7 students from I teach in 2 schools that are fluent in English. With one guy I even made YouTube video.
Oh wow, okay.
Jake.
Jake,
Yeah, a video with him.
you made a video with him?
Yeah. So he was asking me, teacher, did you bring camera? Teacher, did you bring camera? Like, okay, I'll bring camera. So I said, I brought camera. What do you want? I want to ask questions. Like, okay, so now you write down questions. What you want to ask me, or what you want me to ask you? And then so I gave him camera, or then I was holding camera. He was asking his friends. I was asking him. This is the video on my channel.
Is he the 5th grader?
Yeah. His English is good. He's fun. And
How come his English is good? He takes like extra classes or?
yeah, a lot of them take extra classes. Guido said Guido, my friend, teaches in middle school. Same in medieval school. What? In middle school, and he says there's a girl who is at the top of the class, and she has a lot of extra classes. And when he asked, "Do you have free time?" she said, "Oh yes, on Saturday or Sunday I have 30 minutes of free time for myself." That's crazy.
I also heard this about some of the students in Cambodia, like some of the kids. Like there was one girl in one of the classes, and she was visibly like exhausted. She didn't talk anything, and then the teacher told me because it was not me only me teaching them. I was there like just like an assistant. Like my role was just to speak English to the kids, and then there was a Cambodian teacher, and she was like, yeah, she was like translating sometimes when they just didn't understand because it was, yeah. I mean, Cambodia is very poor, right? It's even like I think they're way, I mean, compared to Ho Chi Minh obviously, but like they are way more poor than Vietnam, I think.
I don't think Vietnam is poor.
Yeah. Well, yeah. Doesn't look. I mean, that's my maybe more. That was my assumption before I came.
Ah,
Here.
okay.
But yeah. I mean, this is obviously doesn't look like a poor country. But Cambodia, I don't think they are very. The education is very high, especially not this school. So in my class there were kids from the age of 5 to like 12. It was like mix. So then it was also very hard to work with it. But like that this girl that she was like top of the class the year before, but her parents put so much pressure on her. She was like 8. She had like so many classes, like extra classes after school, playing instruments, like whatever, everything, and she had no free time, and that's what happened. So I guess that's
Yeah. Kind of understandable. They want the best for the kids.
yeah.
Maybe too much. You never know. It's also different for us to speak. I mean, we were just born in Europe. Like our passport is so strong we can travel anywhere. And we come here, foreigners without education, you can get decent job here, and
Yeah.
you can live, earn $1,000-$2,000 a month. They Vietnamese need to study for that.
And work hard.
Yeah. But it's crazy. I have one student and I gave him 9 in speaking test, and he said, "Teacher, can you give me 10 because otherwise my mom will hit me."
Whoa. Okay.
Wow. When I was a kid, I was like 4 out of 10. Fuck yeah. I passed.
No, like my parents, they would never hit me for like a grade, but I like not can imagine, like obviously it's never right, but like getting hit by 0 if you get 0 out of 10 multiple times, I'm not saying it's right, but like I'm like, yeah, it's different than getting hit by getting 9 out of 10. Like the comparison, like both is wrong, but like one is like what the fuck. Yeah. If I have 9 out of 10, like now I passed my exam, I thought I fucked it up. I thought like, oh shit, I will barely make it, 50% to pass, and I had 86.6 or something. So I was like, oh shit, that's so good, and that's even worse than 9 out of 10. So I would get hit. I was part of that family. Yeah.
Yeah. Anything else to share?
Anything else to share? Yeah, I mean, when we mentioned the privilege now, like, I mean, it's a cliche, but I wish like more people in Czech Republic would see it, because I see so many people complaining there, and like, I also think about moving out of Czech Republic, because there are certain things I don't like, but the life quality and like when it comes to the money and the quality of life you can have there compared to other countries, it's incredibly good. So there's no reason to complain. Like people complain, oh, everything is getting more expensive, blah blah. Yes, everything is getting more expensive. That's inflation, right? And yeah, I mean, sometimes maybe the prices can go a little bit up higher, faster than your salaries, but eventually I think it will balance. Especially when you compare it to countries like Vietnam, or like Vietnam is so good compared to the Philippines, like some of the remote islands in Philippines, or like even not that remote islands, but like I saw a lot of poverty in Philippines, and then if more people in Czech Republic or in Europe or everywhere would see it, or just like the passport thing, like we can travel anywhere, like especially in Europe, like you can travel for like a ski trip, you can travel to the beach, you can travel to hiking the mountains, you can travel basically to have anything inside Europe without having to use your passport at all, right? So,
But because you experience other things, people who complain probably never never traveled or just were short
Yeah,
trips?
yeah, obviously.
They didn't live. Like for me, I don't know. I don't know what would I do back in Europe. I love my life in Vietnam. I don't want to live, but also I want to get a better education so I can teach maybe in other Asian countries in the future because I enjoy teaching. It's a freaking amazing job. It's like because I love theater, I love acting, and this is I'm on the stage.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm number one.
Getting all the attention.
All
having,
attention,
Yeah,
yeah.
you have audience every single day. I mean, it's not their choice, but they're forced to be there. But
You have an
Yeah.
entertaining guy who teaches you material, plus make it fun.
yeah,
They laugh. I suck their laugh. It feeds me. Yes. Ego grows. Amazing.
4%.
Yep.
1 hour 5 minutes. Wow, that's a lot of yapping. No, the first half an hour went so fast because I was just talking too much.
Good.
I think it was good.
I hope
Yeah.
you feel like you shared something. You
Yeah.
feel heard.
Yeah, I mean, I think so. Yeah, I don't know if I felt like I share so much. I already shared so much with you and with everyone here in past days.
Yeah.
So I didn't really felt the necessity to be heard. But it was nice. I mean, always nice to talk with you, right? Yeah, it's a
Last thought, last idea to people. What
last idea.
share from your
Putting
heart.
pressure on me.
Yeah, yeah. You share something very wise.
Keep generating the ideas. I'm not a chat GPT. Generate me 5 marketing ideas how to market this product. Make it shorter, make it longer, make it no. Right.
Your last idea,
My last-
super wise, super smart, something from the heart that will help people stop poverty and violence in this life. In one sentence, please.
matcha.
Could be. На здоровье.
Na zdrowie.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
you.
Now we kiss.
Bye bye. Have a nice life.